Good morning, class 8. I'm Praveen Tripathi, welcoming you in the session of computer. And we are doing our chapter number 7, which is about conditional statements in Python. So as in the previous session, I have told you about the basic fundamentals of Python, how we can access it, what are the variables, what are the data types, and how many type of operators we use in Python language. I hope that you have understood that video. And in the class 7th, we have already discussed the operators, data types, variables of Python. Now it's time to understand the conditional statements in Python. First of all, we have to understand what are the conditional statements. Conditional statements means whenever we want to just select something, then we apply the conditional statement. It is also known as the selective statements. If we are confused, if we are choosing between yes or no, okay, if the condition is true or false, then we use the conditional statements in Python. So as you all know that Python is a high level, interpreted, interactive and object oriented scripting language. So now you will ask me, sir, what is high level? High level means that that user can understand it. Interpreted, that means it uses the interpreter. Interactive means that it gives the output to the screen hand to hand. Object oriented means it uses the class object method, and a scripting language, that means we can embed it into the different kind of languages also. So that means Python can be embedded, Python can be used to the different languages also. It was developed by the Guido van Rossum in 1980s at the National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science. That means the scientist, or you can say the invention of the Python was done in 1980 and developed by the Guido van Rossum. Its first version was released and implemented in 1991 after being developed in the 1980s, but its first version was developed in 1991. And its high level built-in data structures combined with dynamic typing make it very attractive for rapid application development. And Python is simple and easy to learn. What I like most about the Python is that because Python is simple and easy to learn. Okay. So a program is usually executed in a sequential manner, but if you want to skip or repeat certain lines in the program while execution, you use control statements. So here book wants to convey the basic phenomena about the control statements. So what we do in the programming language is that we just follow a sequential manner of code, sequential manner of commands. Okay, but if you want to skip some kind of steps, some variables, some data types in your programming language, then we use the control statements. And in this chapter, we are going to discuss some of the control statement in Python. As the name is suggesting, control statements, that means we are going to control our commands, we are going to give condition to our commands. Okay. The first topic is that conditional statements. The first topic is conditional statements. So conditional statements plays an important role in any programming languages. The statement which works on the basis of specified condition are called conditional statements. So whatever the programming language we are using, if we are using C, C++, Java, PHP, and let's say for the Python, so they all uses the conditional statements. So what is the definition? What is the basic phenomenon? Whatever which work on the basis of specified condition, mark my point, specified condition, that means we have to assign a condition. On that given condition, it will test whether it is true, whether it is false, and then it is known as conditional statement. So these statements transfer the flow of program to the specific location on the basis of conditional expression outcome. So whatever the condition you are giving, if it will be true, then it will execute the true portion, and if it is false, then it will be executing the false portion. So it depends on the expression's outcome. Expression outcome means it depends on your statements, it depends on your expression, it depends on your arithmetical operations. Conditional statements are useful for decision making, as each decision involves the choice between two alternatives, true or false. So it depends on the two alternative options. It gives you the two alternative options, that is true or false. Let us understand with the help of an example. Suppose you want to check whether the entered year is leap or not. So what is the basic, what is the primary condition for checking the leap year? So your answer will be the, sir, it should be divisible by 4. Okay, so once it will be divisible by 4, so so then you can just identify that it is a leap year or not. So finding a year is leap or not is a bit tricky. We generally assume that if a year number is evenly divisible by 4 is leap year. Okay, the basic and the simple formula for this, but it's not the only case. A year is a leap year if it is evenly divisible by 100 also. If it is divisible by 100, then it should also divisible by 400. And except all these, all other year evenly divisible by 4 are leap year. So don't get confused in this condition. You have to keep in your mind that if you are dividing any year to the 4 and its remainder coming 0, that means it is perfectly or evenly divisible by 4, then you have to consider this at a leap year. So let's consider the leap year's flow diagram, or you can say the flow chart. So we are starting a flow chart. We are entering a year as y, so our variable name is y. And if y is divisible by 4 and its remainder is coming to 0, that means we are focusing on true part. And if it is true, then we will print the leap year. And if it is false, then we will print not leap year. And that's how we can just create a conditional statement. So conditional statements in Python are of 3 types: if else, and if, elif, and else. So the very basic statement is if statement. If statement is the simplest kind of conditional statement, and this statement evaluates or check a condition. So every statement of conditional statements will check a condition. This is for sure. Okay. As you can see in the flow chart, here we will give our condition. If it will be true, then it will run the statement, and if it will be false, it will do nothing. Mark my point. If it generates the false statement, then it will do nothing. That means it will just terminate the if condition. No alternatives is available in the if statement. Mark my point. Supposingly we are checking age, so he can cast the vote or not. Supposingly age is equals to 90, so who can cast the vote? Who is below to the 18. So if our age is 19, so our condition is true. If condition is true, then it will just imply the statements whatever we have given in the Python. But if age is equals to 17, then in if statement it do nothing. It will terminate the if block. So here is the syntax. You have to just write if. In the angular bracket, you will find the conditional expression in which you will give the conditions, and then it will be followed by a set of statements. Now we will discuss this if statement with the help of program. Supposingly we have created a marks variable in which we have assigned 70, and we are checking, we are giving a condition with the help of if statement. Marks is greater than or equals to 60. If it is, yes, you can see that it's satisfying the condition, that it will print the first division, otherwise it will not. So here, if condition is used to check whether the marks greater than or equals to 60, then condition will be evaluated to true. And if it's evaluating the true, then it will run the statement. But you can just understand, if it is not satisfying the condition, then it is not doing anything. And if it is not doing anything, then we are going to use the if else statement. Supposing students, we are checking a number that it is even or odd. So let's understand this example by practical implementation. So now I will share my screen to show practical implementation of Python. So I have already installed the Python IDLE. Here you can see, you have to click on this start button. You have to click on this Python 3.10 module manuals or IDLE. Now it will take 1-2 minutes to load it. Here is our Python IDLE's first interface. So for your better experience, I'm just changing the font size of this in the options available. Just a second. So this is Python which is open in the interactive shell, but now I will create a new file with the help of Control N key. Now it's being open in the shell script mode. So here you will find that it is untitled. Now I have to save it. Control S. Now it will ask you the file name. Supposedly I am giving this file as example. So here you will find that save as type is Python file. That means the .py extension it will be followed. So I am just saving it. Now we will find example.py which is located in the C folder. So supposingly we have created a variable, let's say marks, okay, and in which I have given its 75 value. Okay, so we have created a variable marks and its value is 75. Now I am applying the if condition. If marks is greater than 60. Okay, so now it will be followed to this colon sign. Colon means that it will give the indentation point to the if block. When I will enter it, you will find that there is one tab is being left for this option because I have applied this colon. जैसे ही आप colon apply करेंगे, it will provide you the indentation. Indentation means आपको एक tab का gap मिलेगा that is indicating that you have entered in the if block. If block के अंदर आपको क्या करना होगा? Print. Yes, you can see that marks is greater than to 60 because we have given the marks as 75. So now you will print. Division. Okay. Now if I will run this after saving it, the shortcut key is F5. Now you can see the output first division is printed in your screen. But if I am entering marks as 56, so now you can see that marks is less than 260. Okay, so it will not print the first division. So what it will do? It is clicking the F5. It is doing nothing. It is returning the space. Why? Because we haven't applied the else statement. So now we will understand why we need the else statement. When we are dealing with multiple condition or when we are dealing with the false part of a condition, then we use the else part. So supposingly I have written here else followed by the colon and then print second division. Now it will print the second division output because marks is equals to 56 and you can see that marks is less than to 60, then it will come to the false part, that means the else block, and in else block we have written the print second division F5. Now you can see the output as second division. So this is the basic program of if and else. Now we will returning to the theory portion again. So if else statement is used to the control statement in a situation where two actions are to be performed. Means we are considering true part also and false part also. You can see the syntax of the if else statement. If we will give the conditional expression here, and if the condition will false, then it will come to the else. Now, after doing the if-else statement, we will consider a basic example again with the practical implementation. Supposingly, we are checking between two numbers. Okay, so we are going to create a program to compare between two numbers. So here I am taking two numbers. A is equals to int input. I hope that you are familiar with the input function, which the user will enter the data. Now we will ask the value of first number from the user only. We are not restricting the A and B's value. Okay, so user will enter the value. User will have option. So writing this these two lines, A int brackets input enter first number. Input एक फंक्शन है जिसके द्वारा आपने क्या करते हैं, इनपुट लेते हैं. यहाँ पर इंट मेंशन मैंने इसलिए किया क्योंकि ए और बी जो है वो न्यूमेरिकल फॉर्म में होंगे, तो इसलिए यहाँ पर आपको इंट मेंशन करना कंपल्सरी है. Now, if you want to compare between two numbers, then you will use the relational operator. A अगर B से बड़ा होगा तो क्या होगा, अपने क्या प्रिंट कराएंगे, that E is greater. और अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है, that means else print B is greater. Control save F5. Now it is asking me enter first number. Supposedly I am entering 23 as my first number, and in the second number I am entering 12. So who is greater? 23 is greater. Now let's check for the false part also. Supposedly in first number I am entering 40, and in the second number I am entering 45. So who is greater? 45 is greater. So this is how you can understand how you can design or how you can create a Python program to compare between two numbers. Once again, coming to the theory portion. Now we will discuss the if, elif, and else statement. So this is a very important topic and as well as the interesting topic. Because why? Because we are working on the multiple condition. If you are using the multiple condition, then you have to use the elif statement. In the previous example, you are using only one if condition. But what if you want to give more condition? Then you need to use the elif condition. Here is the syntax: if followed by the elif. So the number of elif depends on you, because you are the programmer, you are the coder. So it depends on you how many type of condition you want to give. So whatever the number of condition is, you have to mention in the elif statement. Okay. So that is the program given to checking the choices. If the choice is equals to plus, then it will do the arithmetical operation as adding, and if the sign is equals to minus, then it will perform the subtraction. If the sign is equals to star, then it will perform the multiplication. So before applying this formula or applying this code logic, I'm going to show you some basic example so you can better understand what is the if, elif, and else statement. For understanding the if, elif, and else statement, here is the example Python program to check marks and print division. Supposedly, if a student score above 90, then it should print the detention mark, and if it is he is scoring greater than to 60, then it should print the first division, and so on, second division and third division. So now we need a variable, let's say marks, and just we are inputting it int input. It will ask from the user that enter your marks to check. So here I am giving the message enter your marks to check. Now this statement will let me enter the marks of our user. Now I will apply the first condition, marks is greater than 75, then it will print detention. So this condition will evaluate the distinction marks. If marks is greater than to 60 but less than to 75, then it will print first division. Here I have to use elif statement because I am going to initiate the next statement, next condition. And next condition is that if elif marks is greater than 55 and less than to 48, then it will print second division. And the last I am giving else statement, which I am printing third division. So this is my program. I am saving it. F5. Let's check. So here it is asking me the mark. Let's say I am entering 82. So what it will bring? Distinction mark. Next output. I am entering, let's say 7. It is printing first division. Let's check the next condition. If I am entering 52 marks, then it is okay. So this is how we have created a simple mark sheet program using the if, elif statements. So this is enough for today's session. I hope that you have understood the session. Until then, take care. Bye bye.